English Reading Practice, Exercise 45, Presentation Skills Course, Part 23 of 28. This is the intermediate level. Be sure to watch the introductory video to learn how to use synchronized reading. Just see the link in the description below. So turn up the volume and read the same time as me. Let's start. Powerful conclusions. 4 advice notes. The way a public speaker finishes his presentation can have a big effect on how an audience will perceive the value of the material. The conclusion is the final opportunity to make an impact. A strong ending can leave your audience with a positive and memorable experience. The following 4 presentation skills concentrate on making sure the conclusion is powerfully delivered. 1. Last few sentences. A public speaking tip used by many professional speakers is to carefully plan the last few sentences, especially the last sentence you speak, even writing it out word for word and memorizing it. What is said last is often remembered first. So here is an opportunity to leave in the minds of the audience your theme, main point, or motivating slogan that will move the audience to action or do what you want them to do. 2. Concluding sentences. Your concluding sentences should contain motivating words and expressions that will move your audience to action. Use a thesaurus to choose emotion-packed, colorful words that add variety to your word choice. Then, skillfully weave these into the final seconds of your presentation. Leave the presentation on a high note. A good conclusion will influence how the whole presentation is perceived. 3. 6 conclusions. Here are 6 ideas for conclusions. Choose the one that would be most appropriate for your content. 1. Summarize the main points you have considered. 2. Appeal for action. 3. Give the audience a sincere compliment. 4. Use a humorous one-liner or amusing anecdote. 5. Use a famous quotation. 6. Build up to a climax. Regarding this last point, building up to a climax, use emotional triggers such as hope, pride, urgency, or passion. Gradually intensify your tone, pace, and language to lead the audience toward a high point. Careful use of volume and pausing will enhance the delivery of the conclusion. Remember to add power and punch to your volume if using options 2 and 6 above, and build the presentation to a real high point. 4. Just stop. Here is a very important public speaking tip. When you conclude, finish. Don't fall into the trap of having multiple endings. Some speakers bring their presentation to a conclusion, almost like a helicopter landing. Then they decide to reiterate what they just said, and the audience gets taken up in the air again. Then the speaker appears to land once more, only to start up again, making the audience wonder when he is going to really finish. A well-crafted conclusion signals that the presentation is coming to an end, giving the audience a sense of completeness and satisfaction. So, once you have said your conclusion, stop and leave the platform with dignity. The conclusion of a presentation does not have to be long to be effective. Of course, it should always be in proportion to the overall length of the talk. But a brief, carefully worded, enthusiastically delivered conclusion using the 4 presentation skills outlined above will do much to fix the main points or motivating reasons firmly in the minds and hearts of the audience. Next, 10 mannerisms that can kill an effective presentation. Well, that's the end of the reading. Some final reminders. Be sure to check the resources in the description below. When you're ready, go to the next video in the Presentation Skills series. Has this video helped you? Then like, share, or comment now. And continually improve your English. Click the subscribe button, the bell icon, and then all.